Hello, Shalom. Welcome to day 63 of Daily Bread. We'll be reading Exodus 24, 1Samuel 24, Proverbs 1, Song of Songs 5, and Job 6. We'll be in the Scriptures, 2009. Exodus chapter 4 on page 82. And to Moshe he said, "Come up to Yahweh, you and Aaron, Nahib and Abi, and 70 of the elders of Israel, and you shall bow yourselves from a distance. But Moshe shall draw near to Yahweh by himself, and let him draw near, and let them not draw near, nor let the people go up with him." And Moshe came and related to the people all the words of Yahweh, and all the right rulings. And all the people answered with one voice and said, "All the words which Yahweh has spoken we shall do." And Moshe wrote down all the words of Yahweh, and rose early in the morning and built a slaughter place at the foot of the mountain, and 12 standing columns for the 12 standing of the tribes of Israel. And he sent young men of the children of Israel, and they offered ascending offering and slaughter offerings, a peace offering to Yahweh of bulls. And Moshe took half the blood and put it in basins, and half the blood he sprinkled on the slaughter place. And he took the book of the covenant and read it in the hearing of the people. And they said, "All that Yahweh has spoken, we shall do and obey." And Moshe took the blood and sprinkled it on the people and said, "See the blood of the covenant which Yahweh has made with you concerning all these words." And Moshe went up, also Aaron, Nahib, Abid, and 70 of the elders of Israel. And they saw the Elohim of Israel, and under his feet like a paved work of sapphire stone, and like the heavens for brightness. Yet he did not stretch out his hand, his hand against the chiefs of the children of Israel. And they saw Elohim, and they ate and drank. And Yahweh said to Moshe, "Come up to me on the mountain, and be there, while I give you tablets of stone, and the Torah, and the command which I have written, to teach them." And Moshe arose with his assistant Joshua, and Moshe went up to the mountain of Elohim. And he said to the elders, "Wait here for us until we come back to you. And see, Aaron and Hur are with you. Whoever has matters, let him go to them." And Moshe went up into the mountain, and a cloud-covered mountain. And the esteem of Yahweh dwelt on Mount Zion, and the cloud covered it for 6 days. And on the 7th day he called to Moshe out of the midst of the cloud. And the appearance of the esteem of Yahweh was like a consuming fire on the top of the mountain before the eyes of the children of Israel. And Moshe went into the midst of the cloud, and went up into the mountain. And it came to be that Moshe was on the mountain 40 days and 40 nights. Samuel 24 on page 307. And it came to be, when Shaul had returned from pursuing the Philistines, that it was reported to him, saying, "See, David is in the wilderness of Engedi." And Shaul took 3,000 chosen men from all Israel, and went to seek David and his men on the rocks of the wild goats. And he came to the sheepfolds on the way, and there was a cave, and Shaul went in to relieve himself. And David and his men were sitting in the sides of the cave. And when the men of David said to him, "See, the day of which Yahweh has said to you, see, I am giving your enemy into your hand, and you shall do to him as it seems good to you." And David arose and gently cut off a corner of Shaul's robe. And it came to be afterwards that the heart of David struck him, because he had cut the corners of Shaul's robe. So he said to his men, "Far be it from me, by Yahweh, that I should do this matter to my master, anointed of Yahweh, to stretch out my hand against him, for he is the anointed of Yahweh." And David dispersed his servants with words, and did not allow them to rise against Shaul. And Shaul rose up from the cave and went out on his way. And afterwards David arose and went out of the cave, and called out to Shaul, saying, "My master the sovereign." And when Shaul looked behind him, David bowed with his face to the earth and did obedience. And David said to Shaul, "Why do you listen to the words of men who say, 'See, David seeks to do you evil'? See, this day your eyes have seen that Yahweh gave you today into my hand in the cave. And one said to kill you, but my eye pardoned you. And I said, I do not stretch out my hand against my master, for he is the anointed of Yahweh. And see, my father, see, yes, see the corner of your robe in my hand. For in that I cut off the corner of your robe, and did not kill you. Know and see that there is neither evil nor rebellion in my hand. And I have not sinned against you, while you were hunting my life to take it. Let Yahweh judge between you and me, and let Yahweh avenge me on you, but my hand is not against you. As the proverb of the ancients say, wrong comes from the wrongdoer, but my hand is not against you. After whom has the sovereign of Israel come out? Whom do you pursue? A dead dog, a flea? And Yahweh shall be judge, and rightly rule between you and me. And see, and plead my case, and rightly rule me out of your hand. And it came to be, when David had ended speaking these words to Shaul, that Shaul said, Is this your voice, my son David? And Shaul lifted up his voice and wept. And he said to David, You are more righteous than I, for you have rewarded me with good, whereas I rewarded you with evil. You have shown today how you have done good to me. For when Yahweh surrendered me into your hand, you did not kill me. If a man finds his enemy, shall he let him get away safely, and let Yahweh reward you with good for what you have done to me today? And now look, I know that you shall certainly reign, and that the reign of Israel shall be established in your hand. Now swear to me by Yahweh that you do not cut off my seed after me, nor destroy my name from my father's house. And David swore to Shaul. When Shaul went home, and David and his men went up to the stronghold. Okay, Proverbs 1. The Proverbs of Solomon, son of David, sovereign of Israel, for knowing wisdom and discipline, for understanding the words of understanding, for receiving the discipline of wisdom, righteousness, right ruling, and straightness, for giving insight to the simple, knowledge and discretion to the young. The wise one hears and increases learning, and the understanding one gets wise counsel. for understanding a proverb and a figure, the words of the wise and their riddles. The fear of Yahweh is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and discipline. My son, heed the discipline of your father. Do not forsake the Torah of your mother, for they are a fair wreath on your head and chains about your neck. My son, if sinners entice you, do not give in. If they say, "Come with us," let us lie in wait for blood. Let us ambush the innocent without cause. Let us swallow them alive like Sheol, and entirely, like those going down to the pit. Let us find all precious goods. Let us fill our houses with spoil. Cast in your lot among us. Let us all have one purse. My son, do not walk in the way with them. Keep your foot from their path. For their feet run to evil, and they hurry to shed blood. For in vain the net is spread in the sight of any that possess a wing. But they lie in wait for their own blood. They ambush their own lives. Such are the ways of everyone greedy for gain. It takes away the life of its owners. Wisdom calls aloud. Outside, she raises her voice in the broad places. At the head of the noisy streets, she cries out. At the opening of the gates in the city, she speaks her words. How long, you simple ones, would you love simplicity? And shall scoffers delight in their scoffing, and fools hate knowledge? Turn at my reproof. See, I pour out my spirit on you. I make my words known to you, because I called and you refused. I have stretched out my hand, and no one inclined. You were spurned, you spurned all my counsel, and would not yield to my reproof. Let me laugh at your calamity. Mock when your dread comes. When your dread comes like a storm, and your calamity comes like a whirlwind, when distress and anguish come upon you, let them all call on me, but I answer not. Let them seek me, but not find me, because they hated knowledge. They did not choose the fear of Yahweh. They did not accept my counsel. They despised all my reproof. Therefore let them eat the fruit of their own way, and be filled with their own counsels. For the turning away of the simple kills them, and the complacency of fools destroys them. But whoever listens to me dwells safely, and is at ease from the dread of evil. Songs of Songs 5, and we'll finish up with Job. On 788. I have come to my garden, my sister, my bride. I have plucked my myrrh with my spice. I have eaten my honeycombs with my honey. I have drunk my wine with milk. Eat, O friends, drink, and drink deeply, O beloved ones. I was sleeping, but my heart was awake. The voice of my beloved. He knocks. Open for me, my sister, my love, my dove, my perfect one. For my head is drenched with dew, my locks with the drops of the night. I have taken off my robe. Should I put it on? I have washed my feet. Should I dirty them? My beloved put his hand by the latch, and my feelings were deeply moved for him. I rose to open for my beloved, and my hands dripped with myrrh, my fingers with flowing myrrh on the handles of the lock. I opened for my beloved, but my beloved had turned away and had gone. My being went out when he spoke. I sought him, but I could not find him. I called him, but he gave me no answer. The watchmen who went out about the city found me. They struck me. They bruised me. The keepers of the walls lifted my veil from me. I have put you under oath. O daughters of Jerusalem, if you find my beloved, that you inform him that I am faint with love. What kind of beloved is your beloved, O beautiful among women? What kind of beloved is your beloved? that you have put us under oath. My beloved is dazzling and ruddy, chief among 10,000. His head is refined gold. His locks are wavy, black as raven. His eyes are like doves by streams of waters, washed with milk and filthy set. His cheeks are like a bed of spices, raised beds of scented plants. His lips are lilies, dripping flowing myrrh. His hands are rods of gold sets with beryl. His body is carved ivory, covered with sapphires. His legs are columns of marble, founded on sprockets of fine gold. His appearance is like Lebanon, choice as the cedars. His mouth is most sweet, and he is altogether lovely. This is my beloved, and this is my friend, O daughters of Jerusalem. Job 6, on page 762. And Job answered and said, Oh, that my grief were thoroughly weighed, and my calamity be placed on the scales. For it would outweigh the sand of the sea. Therefore my words have been rash. For the arrows of the Almighty are within me. My spirit drinks in their poison. The onslaught of Elah are arrayed against me. Does the wild donkey bray when it has grass? Or does the ox bellow over its fodder? Is tasteless food eaten without salt? Is there any flavor in the juice of mallows? I refuse to touch it. They are like food when I am sick. Oh, what I might have done. Oh, what I might have my desire, that Elah would grant me what I long for. That it would please Elah to crush me, lose his hand, and cut me off. Then I would still have comfort and would rejoice in pain, though not spared, for I have not hidden the words of the set apart one. What strength do I have that I should wait? That what is the end that I should prolong my life? Is my strength the strength of stones? Is my flesh of bronze? Is my help not within me, and in my ability to be driven from me? And is an ability to be driven from me? To him who is afflicted, lovingly committed, even the ones leaving the fear of the Almighty. My brothers are undependable as a wadi, as a bed on which streams once ran, which are dark because of the ice in which the snow is hidden. When it is warm, they cease to flow. When it is hot, they vanish from their place. The paths of their way turn aside. They enter wastes and perish. Passengers of Tema looked expectantly. Travelers of Sheba waited for them. They were ashamed because they had trusted. They came there and were disappointed. Indeed, you have now become the same. You see my downfall and are afraid. Did I ever say, give to me, or offer a bribe for me, for my wealth? Or rescue me from the hand of the enemy, or redeem me from the hand of the oppressors? Teach me, and I shall be silent, and show me where I have gone astray. Words of uprightness are harsh, but what does your reproving reprove? Do you reckon to reprove my words and the saying of one in despair, which are as wind? Would you cast lots over the fatherless and make merchandise of your friend? But now please look at me. What Whether I would lie to your face, relent, please. Let there be no unrighteousness. Relent. My righteousness is still in it. Is there unrighteousness on my tongue? Does my taste not discern what is perverse? Shalom. Make it a great day. Read your Bible and talk to the Father.